right, to start off the evening, to start off our talent showcase for the day, let's welcome a group I'm not going to introduce because I guess she will introduce and have more information about their group. Welcome, Charlene.
Yes, thank you, Nawal, and mahalo. Yes, our group, Manava O Polynesia, is based here in Colorado Springs, and we have about a little over 20 dancers, and we have about, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 drummers. Not all of us are here today, but we have used this wonderful space in the past because we're a nonprofit organization, and so anything we can use that is free, we are all about it. And this is a great location. So we've been around since 2014, and our mission is to teach our children the culture of Polynesia, Melanesia, and Micronesia. We mostly focus on Polynesia. We started off as a Tahitian drumming group, and these are our Tahitian drummers. They have drums native to Tahiti that are carved out of wood, and there's some skins in there as well. And we're going to take you to Polynesia, to the islands of Tahiti and Hawaii. Has anyone been to Hawaii before? Okay, good. Anyone been to Tahiti? All right, well, we're going to explain just a little bit about the dances that we do. The first dance that we're going to do is Tahitian Otea, and it is a dance to the beat of the drums. The girls move their hips in a circular motion, and the boys use a scissor motion called the paote. And this is the Otea. More Tahitian dancing a little bit later. We are going to go to the island of Hawaii, and Chuck is going to come out and do a hula called Lepe Ula Ula. And in the islands, we tell stories through our songs and dances, and it's a way to keep our history and culture alive. But this Mele song is a Waimea love story that describes a big island cowboy who uses his lariat to capture the object or person of his affection. Much like roosters, love can also have a very witty and enthusiastic nature. Okay, we're going to stay in Hawaii. We're going to do a hula called Kapilina, and it is another story about birds. The sound, the beautiful chirps of the birds, but also describes a love story. Okay, the last number that we have for you is, again, from the island of Tahiti. And again, in Tahiti, they tell the story with their hips. So if you're too young to date, or if you're over 98, keep your eyes on their hands. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Let's give a round of applause for our maestro here, Warren Epstein.
How are we doing today? Woo! We have a lot of performers who have never done this before. I want you to show them all the love you can. I had a wonderful session this morning with some folks who are just starting out in stand-up comedy, which is a courageous thing to do. And one of the things that we didn't go over, which I thought we'd go over in now, class is in session, we're going to talk about working the crowd. Paula Poundstone is really good at this, so maybe look at some of her videos. But it's just, one of the things about working the crowd is you want to just be curious and you want to look for the funny. And if you don't find the funny, that's fine. You move on, you've learned more about the audience and they appreciate it. And would you tell me, what is your name and what do you do for a living?
Gabrielle, I paint.
Gabriel? Gabriel. And what kind of stuff do you paint?
Well, now abstract expressionism, but before it was figurative.
And how did you figure moving to abstract? that was kind of a joke, but it was a little obscure. You know, this is high-level stuff. When you get into the 300 level, it's kind of hard.
I like to know the etymology of some Oracle bone scripts on characters that come from Japan and China. And I thought that they were good designs.
And where can we see your work?
I got some on Instagram, and we'll do some shows next year at Kreutzer and the Surface.
Oh, I love Surface and Kreutzer. Wonderful. And you're Steve. Looks like you're one of the students?
I am indeed. Thank you very much for noticing.
And what do you do, Steve?
I'm a volunteer for Pikes Peak Library District. I'm a teacher.
Like I said, you won't always find the funny, but you look for it. And what do you teach?
Oy vey. I'm teaching English as a second language.
English as a second language.
Yeah, I haven't got hold of the first one yet. So
That's all right. That's good. All right. And what is your name, sir?
Louis.
Louis, what do you do?
I'm an artist.
Oh, you're an artist too. What a coincidence. And you guys are sitting together. Have you met? Are you married?
I guess we both are, yeah. We're friends.
Does your husband know? Never mind. And what kind of art do you do?
Realistic expressionism.
Realistic expressionism. For those that know art, those are two contradictory things that are somehow melded together in your work, right?
That's exactly right.
What a brave person. One of the things that I do in my comedy is I talk about some of the absurd things in my life. We all have funny things, usually embarrassing things that we never want to tell anybody, but you gotta tell people if you're a comedian. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I must tell you about some incidents that have happened in public restrooms. No, it wasn't the wide stance or any of that stuff. It was, the first one was at the Miami airport, and I'm going to the bathroom. I finish, everything's fine. I go to my gate, which is like 2 gates away from where I went, and I realize, I forgot my phone. Oh my God. I break land speed records going back to that men's room. I get in, I look in, and I see a very unusual sight, which is the stall that I was in has an open door where a guy is in doing business, standing up. This is, as we men know, that's a bit of a violation. He should be at the urinal, but no, he's taking up the stall. But I'm grateful because I've got a view in, and I see that my phone is right on top of the toilet dispenser, the toilet paper dispenser. Now, as a rational human being, what I should do is wait for him to do his business and then retrieve my phone. But do I do that? I'm a desperate man. It's my phone. The longer it sits there, the more likely somebody... I go in. Excuse me, I'm not looking at anything. I'm just... And he's going, what the... I ran out of there. I took my jacket off in case he was looking for me, that he wouldn't necessarily find me, but it was a bit of a violation. The other bathroom incident, terribly embarrassing. I'm in a Mexican restaurant in Denver, and I just had the triple cheese ghost pepper jalapeno burrito. I can't recommend this dish enough. I realize I'm losing my audience, even though that's my prime demographic right there. When you talk about toilet humor, there's nothing like a 6-year-old girl. Anyway, so I'm in there and I'm doing my business, and I must talk about something that we don't usually talk about in public, and that is consistency of poop. Now, there are 3 problematic consistencies of poop, as we all well know. You have the Lincoln Logs, very hard, you can build things with them, unpleasant, but at least you only have like 4 wipes and you're done, right? Then you have the, let's see, I had 3. Oh yeah, you have the chocolate milkshake. If you have the chocolate milkshake, see a doctor as soon as you can. It's not good. And then there is the chocolate pudding. Now, in the realm of chocolate pudding, there are the smooth and the sticky. The smooth is fine. You get 5 wipes, you're done there. But you get the sticky, you're looking at 20, 30 wipes tops. And I'm in there, I'm just getting done with the first part of the business, and I'm getting to the wipes, and I hear a guy walk in with his 5-year-old daughter, and he says, "Oh, honey, I'm sorry. It looks like the stall is taken. Can you hold it?" "I don't know, Daddy." I'm in there. Oh, my God, what am I going to do? I'm not. He says, "Honey, remember when we did the countdown? Have you done, can you start at 10 and count?" "Oh, great. Now I've got a countdown going with my wipes. I've done the math. This is not going to work. I'm on 3. Oh, I'm getting down to 2. Okay, I might make it. I might make it." I'm frantic in there. I am a wiping machine. I'm done. I'm clean. I open the door. She walks in. The dad walks in, looks back, and says, "Triple cheese jalapeno burrito?" "Yes, thank you." That's called a callback. Thank you all very much.
Right, another round of applause for Warren Epstein. All right, we are ready to be serenaded today. And I would like to call upon this next participant of Pikes Speak Live. She came last year and she's back again this year. Let's give a round of applause to Ari Scott.
Hey guys. I'll take this out for now. The next song. I think it's on. Okay, yeah. Hi guys, I'm Ari. Yeah, this is my second year doing Pikes Speak Live, and I was so excited to come back. I love Arts Month. It's just so fun, and performing is my passion. So, might as well do it again. Warren, can you hand me that water bottle? It's very important. Thank you. And today I will be singing Our Lady of the Underground from Hadestown. So, hope you guys enjoy. Step into my office. Bringing you down 6 feet under, getting under your skin. Cabin fever is setting in. You start crazy, stuck in a rut. You can use a little pick me up. I can give you what it is you crave. A little something from the good old days. Got the wind right here in a jar. I got the rain on top at the bar. Got sunshine up on a shelf. Allow me to introduce myself. Brother, what's my name? My name is Our Lady of the Underground. Brother, what's my name? Our Lady who waves, Our Lady who leads. Brother, what's my name? My name is Our Lady of the Upside Down. Wanna know my name? I'll tell you my name. Persephone. shall receive. Oh, maybe these just ain't enough. Baby, you're looking for some stronger stuff. I got a sight for the sorest eye. When was the last time you saw the sky? Wipe away your tears, brother. Brother, I know how you feel. I can see you're blinded by the sadness of it all. But look a little closer and everything will be revealed. Look a little closer and there's a crack in the wall. Pay-per-view. How long's it been? A little moonshine ain't no sin. Tell my husband to take his time. Where the boss don't know the boss won't mind.
Restart, everybody. All right, next up, we have the stand-up comedy by Amy Keating. Oh, do you need?
I am not memorized.
Okay. Go ahead.
Nice. Thank you. Sorry, y'all. I am not memorized. My name is Amy. Hi, welcome. It's nice to see you all here this afternoon. Thank you for being here. I'm 51. I know, I don't look 51. At least that's what my students say when they're asking about grades. It's not funny being a single woman at 51. I haven't been on a date in 8 years, since just after getting divorced. I tell myself it's that I am too much of a catch. And they're all gazing longingly at my dating profile, thinking, I wish. I mean, look at her. I could never tap that, so why even try? And I haven't been on a lot of dates since getting divorced. And in reality, it is totally 100% my fault. Soon after my divorce, I was like, cool. I approached dating, the thought of dating with like some enthusiasm. Where to begin? Well, Tinder, of course, right? So let's see, App Store, Tinder. Bumble, Plenty of Fish, Farmers Only, eHarmony, Hook'em, Gold Diggers, Cradle Robbers, Marriage Only, Fucking Only, Cheat on Your Spouse app, Swingers, Big and Beautiful. Okay, maybe I'll start with the reviews. 1 star. Did not get laid. This app sucks. Or maybe you do. Or maybe you don't. Okay, Tinder. Add pictures, add interests. This is an actual list of interests that you can add. Coffee, karaoke, comedy, Lord of the Rings, Settlers of Catan, not board games, just Settlers of Catan. So dating has changed a lot since I was last dating. Last time I was dating was in the early 90s, like when dating was normal. Go to a bar, get hit on, get a couple of free drinks, give him a fake number on a cocktail napkin, a whole night out. Now it's online, and online dating is weird, and frankly, it has not been successful. I mean, there's obvious things that that you should swipe left for. Face tattoos, no. Being from Pueblo, no. Conservative, no. And after swiping left on conservatives in Colorado Springs, there's like 5 people left. But then I start swiping left on other things. If you're a cisgendered Republican Christian white male and you list that your education was the school of hard knocks, I don't think so. Looking for your partner in crime? No, that's what my best friend is for. If your profile pic contains any of the following: a truck, an American flag, a fish, a big-ass gun, or all of the above in one picture, that's a hard no. First thing, if the first thing you say is, what the hell is wrong with all the women on here? No. Or the laundry list. The laundry list is my favorite. Laundry list. I'm looking for someone funny, smart, entertaining, hot, takes care of herself, has her own car, home, bank account, job, loves cooking, cleaning, should be an excellent conversationalist, and oh, no drama. And then he writes about himself. Dad bod, love it or leave it. One of the best profiles I've ever run across, and this is 100% true, was a 67-year-old man, not a spry 67-year-old, a man looks like he's been knocking on death's door for like a decade. I'm looking for a woman to give me kids. She needs to be a real woman. None of these fake women. Real women make kids and sandwiches. Right. And every man mountain bikes and fishes, and good 80% say specifically, no drama. And then I respond, oh no, I teach drama, because that's my job. Smiley face. ... Nathan has unmatched. Being pretty technologically challenged, it took me longer than it should to have figured out how to change the settings. Age range 18 to 100? No. I do not need to see some student's Riz face trying to pull that date. No thanks. 45 to 55, perfect. Why do I keep seeing people from 2,453 miles? Oh, I have it set to global. I'll just set it to Colorado Springs, 20 miles. Just Colorado Springs. That kind of, it made a little bit of a problem though. Conservative? No. Conservative? No. Conservative? No, 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 no. That left me with 5 profiles. And I did match with someone though. I matched with Andy. We decided on a morning coffee date, which is good. I always like to have an excuse to cut and run. Oh, I'm not busy, my kid's gotta do something, whatever. So I show up for this 10 a.m. coffee date, and Andy shows up. And Andy is high. Andy can barely open his eyes, which probably makes me look better. To Andy, I am the funniest person on the planet. Andy is having a great date. And at the end of the date, he says, hey, I have something for you. I'm getting into the pot business, making my own gummies, pot gummies. And into my hand, he places a baggie with 2 pot gummy bears. Thanks. Did I try them? No. If I learned one thing as a child, is that stranger danger is always about a stranger trying to give you candy. They never once said anything about strangers giving you drinks, which is why I miss the good old days of dating. Strangers buying you drinks. Fingers crossed, no roofies. I guess I need to look at those 5 profiles. 3 of them are Andy. Thank you.
All right, Amy, another round of applause for Amy. Woo! You know, Amy and Andy rhymes, right? All right, so let's give another a round of applause to the next one we have here is Ashley Cornelius.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, I was in my own little world talking about Andy and those gummies, so thank you. So my name is Ashley Cornelius. I am the Poet Laureate of the Pikes Peak region. Thanks. So really that means I am the president of poetry, and my program is through the library district. And so as a part of being a poet laureate, I have to do 4 events for the library to engage our community in some poetic way. And so in the month of September, we did the Global Poetry Experience. So we partnered with Imagination Celebration on their portal. So if you don't know, our portal is a shipping container that is painted gold, named Sojourner, and you walk inside the shipping container and there is a full full-length video screen, and so you can Zoom with people all over the world. So there are portals all over the world. There was a portal at Burning Man. There's a portal in South Africa, in Iraq, in Gaza City, and so we get to connect with these different communities to provide poetry workshops. So we did 4 workshops on different topics on home, connection, belonging, and joy, and each time we connected with a different group of folks. So we connected with Ethiopia, South Africa, and Iraq. And so folks were in their shipping container, we were in ours, and then I led a poetry workshop so that we can start to learn about each other. Amanda Gorman, who is the Youth Poet Laureate of the United States, who was at Biden's inauguration, says that poetry has never been the language of barriers, it has always been the language of bridges. And so I believe wholeheartedly that the way that we can start to understand about other people is through their art, through their poetry. And so we had community members come in, take this writing workshop, and learn about each other through poetry. And what we found is that we are very, very similar. There were so many things that were the same. Everyone loved coffee. That was a huge thing that we were able to connect about. And we all sort of had the same problems. Folks were dealing with different things in their communities, wanting to connect, being activist in advocacy, and really just like laughter and joy. We asked sort of the silly questions: what time is it, where you're at, what does it look like, what are your seasons? But then we got into some really deep questions, right? Of like, how do you know you belong? What does home feel like for you? When was the last time you experienced joy? And so we got to connect on this deeper level through poetry, and most of the people who walked into the shipping container, which was air conditioned, which was so beautiful, did not think that they were a poet. And a lot of people do not think that they're poets. Poetry is a really hard thing for people to understand because we're only really taught historically a certain group of people who does poetry, but poetry is for the people. And I do not have a degree in poetry. This is not like the thing I studied. I'm just a lady off the street who loves words, and I'm the poet laureate. So that means anyone can be the poet laureate, and anyone can use this craft. But so I did those 4 workshops, and then I was just at an art residency for 2 weeks in Lake City, and I got to write a poem about our entire experience. And so the inspiration for this poem is about wonder, right? Is that we're always wondering about other people, and that's a beautiful thing that humans can do. It's like, I wonder who you are. I wonder who Andy is, right? I wonder all of these things, and that's something incredible. And in this space, we got to wonder, we got to ask questions, and like learn more about each other. So I'm going to read you the poem that I wrote as a result of these 4 different collaborations, and I want to say thank you to Imagination Celebration and the Pikes Peak Library District for pulling this together and providing this opportunity for our community to come together. So this poem is called Wonder. Wonder is the curiosity of one's imagination, dreaming about the astonishing mystery of another person or place. I wonder what you call home, and how your body knows you have arrived. Is it a feeling or a destination that houses you? I wonder where you are from, and the journeys your ancestors traveled. I wonder if you are from ocean waves and salt water. I wonder if you are from prayers and sacred meats. I wonder if your laughter is contagious, sparking joy in those who hear your jubilation. I wonder what things cause an eruption of open mouths and loud giggles. I wonder if you gather around coffee in the same way I do, a humidifier in a cup, a cultural offering, a sacred communion with friends. I wonder who you are when you belong, who you are when you find a community that holds you in grace. I wonder if you too have a memory of your mother that makes you feel held and cared for, if her love remains in her bones and wills you to care for others. I wonder in what corners of your body your grief has settled, how you mourn those lost and honor the transition. I wonder what angle of the moon you look at night when you want to feel big and small in the same moment. I wonder how rain feels on your skin when you're caught in a downpour, a reverse baptism where water is made holy in your presence. I wonder how you would describe joy, and if it includes being at the footstool of nature. I wonder the brightness of your smile beams when you smell your favorite dish. I wonder the last time you closed your eyes and let your mind wander. I wonder who you are and what names those who know and love you fit best. I wonder what you think of me. I wonder if you know one and sameness are not alike, that we are not the same, but we are one in humanity, and our questions of wonder met in the middle in a poetic portal and created a poem all of our own, a poem of home, a poem of connection, a poem of belonging, a poem of joy, a thin place between us and them to create we, the people of the global community coming together in wonder. Thank you.
Ashley Cornelius, everybody! Yahoo! All right, so up next, let's hear a song. Give it up for Gabby.
Hello, everybody. Hi. This is a sweet child of mine. I don't know, we're missing the band, the drums, the guitar. I'm naked without it, but I have Sarah here on the piano. Can you hear yourself? Yes. She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as a bright blue sky. And now and then when I see her face, she takes me away to that special place. And if I stare too long, I'd probably break down and cry. Whoa, sweet child of mine. Whoa, 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 sweet love of mine. She's got eyes of the bluest skies that if they thought of rain, I hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. Her hair reminds me of a warm, safe place where as a child I hide and pray for the thunder and the rain to quietly pass me by. Whoa, sweet child of mine. Whoa, 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 sweet love of mine. Whoa, sweet child of mine. Oh, baby, oh, sweet love of mine. Yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 sweet child of mine. Whoa, sweet love of mine. Where do we go now? Where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go? Oh. Where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go? Ooh, where do we go now? Where do we go? Oh, where do we go now? Where do we go? Where do we go now? No, sweet child, sweet child. Thank you.
All right, Gabby Oshiro. All right, next up, we have our next stand-up comedian. Give it up for Erin.
Our teacher told me to stare at you guys until you're uncomfortable, and that's the way to start a set. So, are we there yet? Are you uncomfortable? Good. Okay. Let me open this up. All right. All right. I really, really, really love reality TV. I do. If you tell me that I'm going to get to spend 16 solid hours on a Sunday eating many frozen French bread Stouffer's pizzas while getting high and watching Bravo, I will tell you that I am proud of every life decision that got me to that Sunday. And those life decisions have a lot to do with being a real estate agent that services investors. And investors say a lot of things like synergy and get me a creative deal and cap rate. And so ultimately my job comes down to looking at people straight in the face seriously and saying, in my professional opinion, that's not math. So that won't work for you. Back to reality TV, though. I think that when you are an unabashed reality TV fan, people want you to apologize for that. They want you to qualify it, say it's trash, say, oh, I've got this little vice. And I could understand why people like men at a dinner party would feel entitled or qualified to say something like that after they have explained to you that they were too lazy to pick out their fiance's engagement ring and they had their mother do it, and that last week they did a deep dive on Reddit on the finer points of the Ant-Man plot points. So I'm not sure that I'm overly interested in those topics, but it does seem to come up a lot. I am a huge, huge, huge fan of Chick-fil-A, which is something I'm embarrassed about and want to apologize for, yes. There's only one way Chick-fil-A could be better, and you might think that that's dropping the homophobia, but it's not that. It's going into a Scheels. And so I love Scheels and Chick-fil-A. Yes, the only way Chick-fil-A could be better is if it was in a Scheels. And that is very confusing to me because I am so liberal, I want to get pregnant just so I can have an abortion. So my love of Scheels and Chick-fil-A is weird to me, confusing, and I know that that is something I should apologize for, not again, because of the homophobia or anything like that, but just because if reality TV has taught me one thing, it's that as a woman, if you're really passionate about something, you should apologize and call it silly. Hey. Thank you. The end. Aaron's rather.
Right. Okay, so let's continue with the next singing from Steve.
Not particularly, but no, that's all right. Does anybody like Elvis? Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, all right. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things were meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Oh, I can't help falling in love with you. That's it.
Thank you, Steve Andriorio. All right. Okay, next up we have a comedic poetry recitation. Give it up for William Nixon.
This is not comedy, this is very serious. My name's William Nixon. I was born in 1963, and you know what happened in 1974 with Richard Nixon. Every night we got several phony phone calls. I'm one of 7 children, mom and dad, there's 9 of us. Every one of us could do a great imitation of Richard Nixon. So, I would like to do a poetry reading. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try, and no hell below us. Above us, only sky. I'm sorry, I forgot. I need my glasses. Do we cut the camera and start again, or no? We go. Okay. Let me start over again, and somebody slap me after I'm done here. Thanks. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. And no hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there are no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion, too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us and the world will be as one. Imagine there are no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Someday you may join us, and the world will live as one. Thank you. I was trying to get some tears going, but I blew it in the...
William Nixon. All right, we have a special performance before we move on to, we have 3 more performances altogether. Let's give it up for the performing group as they will do a group performance.
Hey, Jax. I'm back. Check. You want it more turned? Okay. When I find myself in times of trouble,
Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
And in my tower of darkness, there is someone who sunshine on me. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
Group performance. You guys are awesome. We have one last stand-up comedy show today, and give a round of applause to Keith.
I never planned this. Got up this morning, gonna come in, go through a class. I don't know what I'm doing up here. I haven't spoken in public in 20 years, so if I start gasping for air. So, or as Warren's Facebook post said, face your fears. So, here I am. And I have notes too, thank you. I'm 58. You start thinking about that age, maybe 10 or 20 years ago, there are certain things that happen in your life that you don't really think is unusual when you're 58. Sudden death. You know, in the obituary, well, he was 58, he was pushing 60, he didn't take care of himself, and, well, sudden death. That makes sense. You know, at my age, you have in the bathroom the AARP catalogs, the magazines, the periodicals, you know, reading exciting things like how Henry Winkler beat chronic gout. And I look down at my cell phone, see my dad's face. I'm going, okay. And I'm not one of these people who goes, oh God, I'm turning into my dad. No, that's cool. I'm okay with that. Now, other family members, perhaps not. You know, we all have these family members who are the topic of conversation at meetings, you know, gatherings. I have many I could name. Have one uncle in particular. He drinks a bit. And he's not a bad drunk, he's not a mean drunk, he's not Jack Lemmon in the days of Wine and Roses drunk. He's okay, but he becomes loquacious. And the fact that he lives a time zone away doesn't stop him from calling. He makes phone calls, and I'm on his list. So I'm asleep, 2 o'clock in the morning, having a nice dream. You know, I have a 1938 Packard restored to perfection. It makes me feel good. Ashley Graham is in there somewhere. It's all good, there's nothing bad. You know, foot massage, she's tired, so I'm enjoying myself. All of a sudden in the background, dun, 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 dun. Way off in the, oh, son of a, it's my ringtone. I have an 18 ringtone, so I wake up, not very happy. My wife goes, don't pick that up. I says, yeah, it's my uncle, it's my dad's brother. So I pick it up. And my uncle, when he drinks, the drunker he gets, the higher pitched his voice gets. So I'm on the phone with him. Gotta look at my notes here. Now he's talking about simple things. You know, he says, you know, Unc, okay, I'm glad the test came out okay. You're going to keep the foot? Good, wonderful. Well, how did the raccoons get in your truck? The one thing my uncle did that everyone remembers and will live in infamy, he has the distinction of having a head-on collision with a parked tractor and wearing a toga. He came back from a party. He hit the tractor, so that happened 50 years ago, and we still talk about it. Then he gets more esoteric. My uncle lives on a diet of, say, Chivas Regal, Alex Jones, and maybe some Fox News thrown in. So he gets these ideas. So I'm like on the phone with him. Well, yeah, I don't think asbestos shingles on your house is going to keep the CIA from seeing through the walls. They will see you masturbating. And why are we talking about this? You're my uncle, goddammit. You know, I started thinking, okay, obituary. Sudden death is okay, but I would rather have it say, He died having a head-on collision with a parked tractor. I can live with that. No pun intended. Thank you.
Pete Simon! And last but not least, the finale of the day, we have our instructor. Give it up for Sarah Grove! All right, let's see.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fly me to the moon and let me sing among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. In other words, I love you. In other words, I love you.
Encore, encore. All right, that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for coming today, and thank you so much for participating in the second Pikes Speak Live. I hope you have enjoyed today's workshop and resources. Of course, we have our instructors. Give it up for Sarah Grove, Ashley Cornelius, and also Warren Epstein. And not to forget, PPLD. Thank you so much for coming, and hopefully to see you guys again in Pikes Speak Live number 3. Right? Yeah. So to all participants and also instructors, let's come up stage to have a photo.